is the missing piece. If you actually do it correctly, it's going to change the way you perceive the things, the way you manifest the money. Now, there are so many game changer things that you can literally do, but last night I actually realized this piece of puzzle and I was like, wow. Like, the more you practice the manifestation, not just for the bigger things, but small things, like even for a piece of cake, you are manifesting a piece of cake. For example, I wasn't manifesting piece of cake, but for example, you're like, well, it's gonna be great if somebody bought me a chocolate cake or something like that, and all of a sudden somebody give you chocolate cake, or offer you, or your partner brings home, or your family member, whatever, you get it. Okay, that's the point. So when you practice manifestation on a daily basis for everything, small and big, and you go more deep dive, it's gonna be way more easy and way more better for you to manifest bigger things if you're manifesting small things, because it's gonna gain momentum. It's gonna help you get the confidence that you need to manifest those big things like house, car, or big money in your bank account, successful business, dream job, dream business, whatever. So that's the one thing you could do. Another thing that I want to talk about, which is for which I get the realization, because I was practicing small and big, all sorts of manifestations. So I'm going to talk about that thing. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Welcome. I'm Parshvika. On this channel, we talk a lot about manifesting, attracting abundance that you truly deserve and desire by doing things that you love doing. If you're interested and you enjoyed such content, let me know. Give it thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Don't forget, I have a short mini course talking about manifesting, attracting abundance by doing what you love. The links are in description along with the finance planner. Anyway, let's get into the video. So the part was that is actually feeling into the abundance, is feeling into the richness, because the whole day you gotta be in this state. Now people would say, how can I be in the wish of the state fulfilled, or state of being wish fulfilled? How I'm gonna be in that state? It's actually feeling into it. It's actually being conscious and aware. Who are you when you're doing your daily chores? When you're working on your laptop, you walk down the street, you go to the shopping market to buy the groceries or whatever, you go to your job, you get ready, you prepare your meal, or you are eating with your friends or family members, hanging out with the people. Who are you? Like, what is that state of being when you are doing all these activities on a daily basis? Techniques, manifestations, like manifestation techniques, strategies, methods all do work, but if you are only practicing them for 1 or 2 hours in a day, then the rest part of the day what you do is way more important than 1 to 2 hours when you're doing those techniques and strategies and methods, because that's a long time. Makes sense. But I'm not telling you to do these techniques 24/7. It's be a lot of the work. It's going to be a struggle for you to do the affirmations or any kind of the techniques you're doing. But the best thing to do is actually asking yourself this question: who am I right now while I'm making the meal, while I'm eating the food, walking down the street, going to the shopping mall, looking for a job, or starting with my dream business, whatever? What is my state of being? Am I feeling the state of abundance, or I'm feeling the lack? This happens with me a lot, many times, especially when I go for shopping and I go for buying the groceries or just general shopping for the house or for myself, like clothes or jewelry, whatever. I look at the things and I think that I'm gonna buy these things, but when I look at them, they have the different options. For example, if you're buying oats packet, so there are so many different companies offering the oats. So some companies are expensive than the rest, maybe depending on the quality or whatever the case is, I don't know. So every company has their, like every product has a different range. So you can get the oats for small dollars as well, and you can get it for expensive price as well. So when you're going for the shopping, it happens with me. I usually go with the products that are high quality, not just because they are expensive or they are high quality. Naturally, my eyes goes that to first. If I'm buying a loaf of bread, I would go with the bread that is more expensive, more good quality, naturally, like I'm getting attracted towards that naturally. And when I'm getting attracted to that, sometimes I feel like, oh, is it okay for me to spend this much amount of money for a loaf of bread? I mean, I can get the cheap bread, why to spend so much money? And then I shift myself in the state of the being, and I'm like, who am I when I'm buying this loaf of bread or I'm buying the oats? Who am I? Am I in the state of lack or in the abundance? I don't want to spend the money because I want to save the money because I think I'm not going to get the money if I save it. Or I'm spending or buying the things that I really wanted. So you go after the things that you want, not what you need. You go and buy and give yourself the opportunity, allow yourself to open up and go for the things that you want, not what you need. That's the difference between them. The needy state is the lack state. Wanting state is also the lack state, but wanting is like vibrational than that. That's what I'm saying. Sorry guys, in between a little bit back stuff started. Okay, the camera changes a little bit in between. That's okay. So the thing you gotta do, guys, is to ask yourself, what is my state of being is when I'm doing these things? How am I feeling? Am I feeling into the abundance, or I'm feeling into the lack? Oh, I spend so much money on the shopping. Oh, I shouldn't be doing this. I should buy this. I shouldn't be buying that. This is a state of lack. State of lack, thinking that if I spend more, it's not going to come back to me, or I need to save the money. That's what the people say. Because coming from my background where my family teaches to save money and not to spend money on the luxurious items, save money for the rainy days, that's what they think. So coming out from that background, it was very hard for me to understand that saving money for rainy days is actually the state of lack. It's not the state of the abundance. Because I was thinking, if you save money, it's going to be the abundance. No, it was actually you're saving money from the state of the lack, because you think that you got to save money. Otherwise, you're not going to have money when you're going to need it. So that's the state of the lack. That means you don't have the money when you need it. So I changed that thing and started affirming and started acting and feeling and behaving into that I always have money whenever I need it. And I have always more than enough money, that I don't need to think about it. I don't need to earn it. The money flows to me easily. Every single day I receive the money in my bank account. That's the kind of the mentality I feel into it, and I walk into it, and I ask myself whenever that state of being. And to be frank, from the past 15 days, not 15 days, or 1 week, my financial situation has been changed a lot. The money started showing up in the ways that I wouldn't even expect. I wouldn't even imagine. Unknown sources. And the money coming up through the different kind of the sources, my business started rising up, the sales increasing. So I'm moving from that vibration to the high vibration. So I'm attracting even more money than I was before that. It's all because of this. I'm in this state of being and asking myself, how am I feeling right now? Am I feeling into it, the lack or the abundance? And deliberately choosing to feel abundance, because that's who we all are. We are all abundant. So you gotta choose your version of abundance right now, or you're gonna choose a version of you which is in the lack. And that's how you manifest. That is the missing piece. That's going to change the game. And I do it every single day, every single moment, while eating my food or while making videos, whatever am I doing. So let me know, guys, if this piece of content resonates with you. Thank you so much for tuning in this video. If you have any questions, any queries, let me know. See you the next time. Bye-bye.